So today I'm going to cite a few examples from Andhadhun. You have an idea planted in your head that she might have killed him accidentally. And then in the washroom, there awaits another shocking reveal. The exposition is so beautiful, more like Hitchcockian. You have a good idea. You want to write a screenplay. What should you do after writing a logline and a synopsis? So there are many books on screenwriting which you can go through. I tried reading most of them, and the book which changed me, changed my life, is a screenwriter's workbook written by Sid Field. So today I'm going to cite a few examples from Andhadhun, directed by Sriram Raghavan, and explain my views on the steps after logline and synopsis, namely paradigm, 4 pages treatment, act 1, and plot point 1. Andhadhun was adapted from a 2010 released French short film. Now I don't want to pronounce that French word in my funny tone. The English title is Piano Tuner, written and directed by Olivia Traynor. The best part is the short film forms the basis for the Act 1 and plot point 1 of Andhadhun, but the rest of the acts, Sriram Raghavan's signature chain reaction which unfolds afterwards, has got nothing to do with the short film's idea. Ayushmann Khurrana's character, Akash, is a young pianist. He is greedy and he loves shortcuts exploiting sympathy. Hence, he fakes that he is blind. That's how the encounter between him and Radhika Apte's Sophie happens. Sophie helps him to be a regular pianist at her dad's diner, where he meets Pramod Sinha, a retired Bollywood actor turned businessman. Pramod pays advance for a private concert to surprise his wife on their wedding anniversary. This forms the act 1 of the movie, and what happens when he goes there is the plot point 1. By the way, you know what is act 1 and plot point 1, right? It's simple. Basically, most of the movies can be dissected into 3 or 5 acts. Let's focus on the 3-act structure now. Such a movie can be sliced into 3 acts. Where it gets sliced forms the 2 plot points. Maybe if you count the intermission point in Indian movies, then 2 plot points and 1 middle point. If such a movie is a burger, then 1 lower half of bun forms the act 1. The lettuce or the slice of tomato we lay on it forms the plot point 1. Then comes the act 2, the juicy meat, the most important conflicts which the protagonist encounters. Then you can lay 1 slice of cheese or bacon on it, the plot point 2, which shifts the direction again into the conclusion. Finally, the top half of the bun, the act 3. The Indian movies are like the Maharaja Mark burgers. The center portion will have 2 slices of meat with some other filling in between them, which forms the intermission point. Now, let's throw away these burgers and get serious about the first act. Act 1, or the setup in simple terms, is a first 25 to 30% of a movie, in which everything relates to setting up your story and characters. Take any movie and study 25 to 30% and you will learn the story world. Sid Field says in the Act 1, you will have to establish the dramatic context. You are setting up your characters, their relationships, dramatic premise, and the situation, dramatic situation. What your story is about, what is the situation, the circumstances surrounding your action. You're building a direction here, a line of development that goes from the opening shot to the plot point 1. Now, what are plot points? See, Act 2 is all about problems which the protagonist confronts. So there has to be a moment which changes the dramatic direction of Act 1 into these conflicts, right? That moment, that point is plot point 1. Once finishing your Act 1, you're supposed to go through it and see whether 3 major components are present in it. Which are those 3? The first part, the very beginning, sets up your character, dramatic premise, and the situation. Then the next component should make us focus on how the characters are expanding, the relationships. Possibly we are supposed to etch the routine so that later when he or she emotes, we are in their world. This concentrates audience empathy towards characters. Then the rest of it should take his or her story forward through a line of development that takes us to the plot point at the end of the Act 1. Let's closely watch how the plot point 1 of Andhadhun shifts the dramatic direction and how it pushes the protagonist off balance. When Akash arrives, Simi seems like she doesn't want him inside. Those who haven't watched the short film will think that she's hiring a lover or something. With a lame lie, how she tries to avoid her nosy neighbor. That too. So it gave us an expectation too about where the story is heading to. And then, when he enters and plays the piano, he finally realizes that there's a body lying on the floor, motionless legs, and nearby we see a pool of red liquid. What just happened all of a sudden? It gave us an indicator that it is going this way, and all of a sudden caught us by surprise and went the other way. This is the prime purpose of plot points. If the dramatic need of Akash was money and sympathy in Act 1, it just shifted to survival now. Here he asks her to take him to washroom. Every second she is testing his blindness and he knows it. This, it increases, heightens the tension. So now you have an idea planted in your head that she might have killed him accidentally. And then in the washroom, there awaits another shocking reveal. The exposition is so beautiful, more like Hitchcockian. Akash succeeds in this moment of conflict too. He never panics when he finds a stranger with a gun in the washroom. Now the picture is clear. Like a macabre, when he continues to play the piano, Simi and her lover cleans the crime scene and packs her husband's dead body. The tension is so high, and every minute it gives us an opportunity to expect something and then breaks it beautifully. Now, you know the basics of 3-act structure and much more about Act 1 and Plot Point 1. So let's leave Andhadhun. So stepwise, 1. Figure out an idea, which I explained in episode 2. Second is logline and synopsis, which I covered in episode 8. Paradigm and 3 acts in this episode. What next? Start writing? Either you can start figuring out the scene order of each act, keeping the paradigm in mind, or you can follow a much more systematic way recommended by Sitfield. 4 pages treatment. 4 pages is a dramatic treatment of the screenplay you are about to write. Before that, take a rough paper and write down at least 4 obstacles, either internal or external, or the combination of both, that your character confronts in Act 2. Internal and external conflicts. See, if you want an example for an internal conflict, a man who is so much guilty about something, that conflict is internal, right? And if a man has to fight a villain, that can be counted as an external conflict. Then what about the combination of both the internal and external? A man who is scared about accidents, if he is forced to chase somebody, that can be counted as a combination of both internal and external conflicts. So you got an idea, right? That's clear. So figure out 4 such conflicts that you want to write in your Act 2 and keep it aside. Now let's start writing the 4 pages treatment. Literally take 4 pages, exactly 4 pages, okay? In half a page, write a dramatic recreation of the opening scene or sequence. In second half of that page, write a narrative synopsis of the action, summarizing what happens during the rest of Act 1. So, dramatic recreation means it has to be cinematic, exactly how it is supposed to appear on the screen. So, in that part, exposition matters. At the same time, narrative synopsis means it is a brief explanation, something like what you have written as your 1-page synopsis. So, your first page in the 4 pages is complete. Then, in another half page, write a dramatic recreation of plot point and end of Act 1. Then, in a page, write a narrative synopsis summarizing the action of Act 2 by focusing on the 4 conflicts that confront your character. You just have written it somewhere, right? It could be as simple as a couple of statements describing each obstacle. So, exactly in 1 page. Remember that, okay? Then, in half a page, a dramatic recreation of plot point at the end of Act 2. So the 3rd page is complete, right? In half a page, narrative synopsis of the action of Act 3. That's going to happen in Act 3. Act 3 is resolution, okay? Almost the conclusion. Then in the last half page, write a dramatic recreation of the ending scene or sequence of the screenplay. Pat your own shoulder because, my dear, you have finished writing a 4-page treatment. This can be used to pitch your project, and most importantly, this helps you to write a screenplay so effortlessly. Find the link to my Instagram page below, and I'll be posting the details regarding these 4 pages treatment there. So I hope that clarifies again. You don't have to screenshot. I hope I have covered everything that could help you to figure out the paradigm, the 4 pages treatment, and then you can start working on your act 1 up until plot point 1. So that's all for now. Okay, I'll be back in a while with another episode. Send in your queries. I'll be expecting your messages and comments. Bye bye.